Hey, career professionals, I just wanted to jump on here really fast to share with you how to get a new career. Since I was asked that question here in this private group, I realized that some other people here will want to know the answer to that question as well. And so, give me 1 second here while I make sure that you can hear me and can see me here in this group. And of course, if you're watching live, make sure that you type live down in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, make sure that you type replay as well. All right, so you can see me. All right, and you can hear me. All right, and so yeah, we'll jump right in. And so for the people who are new here to this private community, my name is Amanda Bryant, and I am a professional career coach and resume writer. And what I do is I share with people how to get new high-paying jobs that haven't searched in over 10 years and don't know how to tell their story. And if you're entry-level, mid-level, or executive-level professional, I do help you and show you how to get a new high-paying job and move forward with your career. My number one goal is to inspire and motivate as many career professionals as I possibly can to live the life of their dreams, the life that they really want to live, so that they can be free. And so if you know anyone that could benefit from the information that I share here in this free community, I want you to make sure that you hit that invite button and invite them over to join us. And you will also have the opportunity to actually win a $25 Amazon gift card by actually participating in this private community as well. I've seen a lot of people land new high-paying jobs just by being here and sharing their story. So if you haven't shared your story within this community and begin to network with other people that are here, make sure that you do that as well, and that you're sharing the fun facts about yourself and you're participating in the 8 steps that's listed in the announcement section of this group. And so if you're watching live, make sure that you type live down in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, make sure that you type replay as well. And so give me a second. I'm just going to send this to a couple of people. Right? All right. And so give me 1 second here. Let me see. I had a couple of people who was interested in this topic, and I want to make sure that they see the information that I'm going to share with them. All right, a few more seconds here. And I'm almost there. I got a couple more names. And so, yeah, I created a training just to show you guys how to get a new career. And if you missed the last challenge I created on how to get a new high-paying job, I will be doing that again at the end of the month. And so it will be at the end of next month. And so it will be a free 3-day training, and so you can look out for that as well, and it will be hosted here in the private community. And when you do sign on to the sign up for the challenge, you actually will get a copy of the workbook that'll walk you through the steps that I will be sharing in that challenge as well. So you want to keep an eye out for that. All right. And so now that we have that out of the way, and so I'm going to jump right in here. Okay. All right. And so number one, if you want to get a, if you want to get a new career, you want to make sure that you are showing up for your job search. And so basically what that means is that when you show up, it's all about your mindset. And so when it comes to mindset, you want to show up with a positive mindset and a mindset of gratitude for the position that you have right now or the positions that you've had in the past, and just really be grateful for the opportunity that you have to be able to join, other people who are on the same path as yourself and things like that. And so that's one of the techniques that I learned from my spiritual coach, Elba Cologne. And she's here in this community as well. If any of you guys want to reach out to her and learn about, the importance of gratitude, she has an amazing program that you can check out. And so in that program, we talk about just gratitude in general. A lot of times we fall into a job search depression, and I actually been there, applying to a bunch of jobs, not getting responses, being ghosted by recruiters and hiring managers and things like that. So, and then you forget that, you're in a position right now, you actually have a job, and thousands of Americans right now, thousands of people around the world. I was talking to someone from the UK. I got clients in Africa, people who reach out to me to help them with their job searches all over the world. It's not just in the United States. People that actually need money, to support their families and things like that. And so we will have the tendency to forget that we have a job that we're just not really happy with right now. And when you present that type of energy out there, it blocks you from receiving the opportunities that you really do deserve. And so you want to show up to your job search with a positive mindset, knowing that you're going to overcome those obstacles in your job search, as long as you put a clear step-by-step process to follow around you. And incorporate my next point here, which is to surround yourself with people who are going to be supportive of you on your career journey as well. You want to separate yourself from those people who are telling you that you shouldn't do the things that you know that you are passionate about. As you continue to grow in your career, you will outgrow some of the people that's in your family, outgrow your friends and things like that. And so that's one of the main reasons why I created this community. I wanted to bring everyone together. I wanted to bring everyone together in a community where you can support one another. You guys are on the same path, and you're doing the same thing, and you want to get in a career that you absolutely love, and you've been through some things. You have overcome some of the job search challenges that other people haven't overcome yet. And so when you share your story, you really are inspiring other people to keep moving forwards in their job search as well. And so I just wanted to make sure that the point is clear, that you want to make sure that you show up with a positive attitude when you're attending your interviews, and you're not, and when you get those job search responses, that you're not turning them down because of the last recruiter or hiring manager that didn't get back to you, and that sort of thing. And so another thing, I just shared a link in this group about toxic relationships, and you really want to check that out, especially at this day, especially today, when mental health is, your mental health is very important. You want to separate yourself in that healing process from people who are toxic. That would be people who mean well, but they're really not helping you on your journey. And so on my career journey, it was more than, just my career coach. It was other people around me that was rooting me on, that was letting me know what I was passionate about. It was things that I really should do. And that was being a career coach. And it turns out that was exactly what I needed to do in order to feel happy and fulfilled in my career. And so a lot of people will come from a place of, I did it, but you're actually stupid for actually doing that. And so what I mean by that is, that would be the same as me telling you applied for a job and didn't follow up, and you shouldn't do that, making you feel bad about actually doing that when I actually made that same exact mistake on my job search. And so you want to make sure that you're being supported by everyone, whether it's in this private community, whether it's with family and friends, with a career coach, anyone that's supporting you on your career journey. You want to make sure that they are very supportive of you and not toxic. So make sure you check out that link that I shared here in this group as well. And so if you are watching me live here, make sure that you type live. And if you're watching the replay, make sure that you type replay as well. And so the last point that I wanted to make here about toxic relationships is that a lot of people are out for themselves when it comes to different things. It could be, running a business. It could be looking for a job. And so you want to make sure that you're mindful of those toxic relationships and those toxic people that would show up, when you're on the path to greatness. And the next thing I want to share with you here is you can't figure it out by actually figuring it out. And so I will explain what I really mean by that. And so that does not mean, and so I read all of the books on my job search. I hired 2 coaches, and the second one actually worked out for me. I saw all of the posts on Google, and that sort of thing. And so I've read a lot of information, and that's what I learned, that I couldn't figure it out, just by trying to figure it out. And you can really fall into an analysis paralysis when you are searching for a new job. You're constantly trying to analyze situations with recruiters and hiring managers, what you should add to your resume. For example, or how to answer this interview question. You're constantly trying to analyze this information because there's just so much information out there for you, and none of it pertains to, you and what you need to do in order for you to get to the next level in your career. And so that's one of the main things that I focus on, and one of the things that I recommend you not rushing on, and that's getting absolutely 100% clear about the type of job that you really want before you move forwards. And that will help you overcome that analysis paralysis and whether or not the information out there is actually for you. And so if you know anyone that can benefit from any of the information that I share here in this community, make sure that you do invite them over to join us. I would be more than happy to answer their questions as well, because that's what I'm here to do, not just share, information that's out there on Google, but to answer your questions and give you the steps that you need in order to move to the next level in your career. And so as you go back and watch the replay, make sure that you are taking notes of the information, the things that you should and shouldn't do in order to get a new career. And so you won't, my next point, which is point number 4, you won't find a job by looking for a job. And so let me tell you what I mean by this. And so a lot of times we'll get those emails, we'll sign up for the job alerts, and we'll get those emails that'll tell us the new opportunity that a company just posted. And then you will go click that one-click apply and just hoping to get a response. And so you won't find a job just by looking for a job. You're going to have to dig a little deeper to figure out if that company is a great fit for you. You're going to have to really figure out how to tailor your resume specifically to that role. What questions are they going to ask you in your interview, not someone else who might be, in the same role or applying to that position? What are they going to ask you based off of your background? Those are the things that you want to focus on. So don't focus so much on those job alerts. Use that as research in your job search, so that you can see the type of positions that are offered in your industry and also in those companies. So if this does make sense to you guys and you feel like this is helpful to you, let me know down in the comments below, and I will continue to share more content just like it. and my screen is frozen here, so let me refresh it. All right, and so enough about all of the things that you shouldn't do, right? Next, I'm going to share with you here the things that you should do in your job search so that you will get the responses that you want for your dream job, a job that is going to pay you $100,000 or more per year. And so the first thing and the most important thing and the thing that I always root for is to join a community and to participate in a community, whether it be here in the Facebook group, just by sharing your story, introducing yourself in the welcome post, or subscribing to our YouTube channel. Do it with others and don't try to go through this process by yourself. What you'll find is that you'll be all over the place. You'll fall back into that analysis paralysis, trying to find the answer to your question when the answer has already and when the problem has already been solved for you in the step-by-step process. And so in that process, you want to make sure number 2 is to act it out and to learn from your mistakes as you continue to act it out. And if you're someone who showed up to your job interview and just totally bombed it, you didn't do good at all, you want to take a look at the mistakes you made and learn from it for your next interview. Because like I shared today in this group, when you get rejected for something, it's not necessarily, it's a redirection is what I'm trying to say. It's redirecting you to something exactly where you should be. I don't want you shouldn't fall into a job search depression, because that employer, you'll find out, because that employer rejected you, you'll find out that their rejection actually protected you from actually being in a position where you wouldn't be able to get a promotion in that company, or you get burned out or something like that. So make sure that you look at rejection in a positive light and learn from your mistakes as you continue to move forwards with your job search. And in your job search, next thing that you can do, and tip number 3 is going to be to look for people, not necessarily for companies to apply for. And so that's one of the main reasons why I focus so heavily on the things that you should say in your job interview while you're networking with recruiters and hiring managers on LinkedIn. That's why I stress that really so much, because you want to know who it is that you are working with and the type of people that are behind that actual company, because essentially that's where you're going to spend most of your time throughout your day. 8 to 12 hours per day, you're going to be with them more than you are with your actual family. So you want to make sure that you're in an environment that is conducive to your morals, your values, and things like that. And so tip number 4 is to know exactly what your next step should be. And so my clients that come into the Get Hired Today 6-week career coaching program, they know exactly where they are every step of the way. And so, for example, in week 1, we go over how to get clear on the type of job that is right for you. And so they know what that next step is for them in order for them to actually get clear. They know exactly what they need to do in order to write their resume in week 2, in order to, that simple 5-step process that they need to follow in order to take action on their resume and actually get it to the hiring manager's desk. And so what I am looking for is more action takers that are looking to take action and not just, apply for the program and then come back, years later and, things like that. I want some people that are going to, that's motivated to take action on their job search. There are some people that, they know what they're worth and they know they are deserving of earning more income, and they're in positions right now, or they're unemployed right now, like thousands of Americans are. And so if this is you, I want you to make sure that you send me a personal message, and I will send you over the information to see if you're in a position where you can, join this program right now. And so if you're an action taker, or if you know some action takers out there that are looking for a new high-paying job that will pay them between $100,000 and $400,000 per year, make sure that you do send them over, and I will be more than happy to help them and support them on their career journey right along with yourself, because this is a journey and we are all on this journey together. And as you know, the job market is constantly changing, and so I want to make sure that you have the latest and the greatest information that you need to get there in the quickest shortest time frame possible. And so if you're willing to do whatever it takes to actually get there, I want to see you soon. And so that's all I have for you today. If you were able to watch this live, type live. And if you're watching the replay, make sure that you type replay as well. And I will see you guys again in the next live session.